My Little Pony.
They said, what was the hard thing you had to animate in Rick and Morty?
Oh, okay, so...
Hardest, I'm assuming?
I'm assuming they mean the hardest thing I've ever had to storyboard. Let me think.
What was the hardest episode you ever worked on?
Oh,
I don't know if we can say that yet.
I know.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Well, honestly, okay, I'm going to count it this way. There's, like, most challenging, but there's also the most... how do I put this? I'm not great at drawing, like, guns and machinery and, like, tanks and cars. So, for me, the most, I guess, challenging and the biggest learning experience was the episode with Summer stuck in the spaceship, 206. Season 2.
Sorry. I designed that thing.
It's all right.
That came out great, guys. Good job.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
There were just so many cop cars and guns and tanks and helicopters and freaking, like, it was a lot. But I had an amazing time doing that episode.
It's
That's
a classic
still one of my
episode
favorites.
now for that reason, like, to protect Summer a bit.
Can I ask a question? So when you have a challenge like that where you're like, oh my god, I really suck at this, and you have a deadline, you have a schedule.
Yeah.
What did you do to overcome that whole like fear of vehicles and guns and stuff? What do you do?
So what I did is I took like a really crappy like lined notebook and just didn't worry about the guns or the tanks or anything like that, and as roughly as possible just sketched out the whole, like, every sequence, just figuring out the composition and not worrying about any of the technical stuff, just so that I had the compositions and the flow of the scenes how I wanted them. And then when it was time to actually get in there and draw all of that stuff, I just used lots of reference.
There you go. Did you
Reference
learn
is
something
key.
along the
I
way,
did.
like perspective?
I did. I learned drawing guns in perspective. I learned drawing cars in all different kinds of angles.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's the thing about when you're working in the industry, you figure out what your weaknesses are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
quickly.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and you know what's crazy? Well, what's crazy good is that your coworkers, you'll have a coworker or two that will be phenomenal at that specific thing. I'm gonna give a shout out to Brent because
Brent.
yes,
Just came to our show. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
you know,
Hey, Brad.
Phenomenal prop designer.
I think we had Brent on season 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
he taught many. I know he didn't just teach me. He taught many about perspective, like little tips and tricks on perspective. So like I went to him. I remember when I needed help on that stuff, and I was like,
Same.
"How do you do that?" Yeah. So always feel free to ask your coworkers for help, like when you're on a show.
Yeah.
Don't feel like, oh my god, if I don't get this right, I'm gonna get fired. No, you work with people.
But
Yeah.
that's the advantage
Ask
of
your
working
peers.
working on a team too, not even just peers. Just like,
Yeah.
hey, I can't do everything. I know I suck at backgrounds, which I'm glad we have everybody else on the
Yeah.
show.
Yes. It's such a team group effort to make a television show.
For sure.
That's awesome. I like that question. Animate. Sorry.
Who's the
Okay.
artist?
So the next person is.
Should I do the intro again, or are we good to go? Great.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
let's
Okay,
go.
so there was an intro, and then there was about 45 seconds to a minute of awkwardness. That will serve as our musical intro today, just us rambling about nothing. And now, here we are.